Well, Congressman August Pfluger paid a visit to the Permian Basin today. He was in Midland to hold a town hall meeting at the Bush Convention Center where he talked about securing our border amongst other topics. Jason Freund was at that town hall meeting. Jason, what more did Congress Pfluger have to say today?
Well, Congressman Pfluger did have quite a bit to say. He also had a little bit to talk about, but he mostly focused on a few main talking points about some of the issues that we're facing, after which he did take some questions from the crowd. One of the main talking points was the southern border and what's coming across the border. Congressman Pfluger pointed to a 10-year-old boy who died last week after getting hit by a truck, which was driven by a man who had been deported 5 times. But it's not the only issue he has with the border.
You see it with the drug trafficking, with the fentanyl issues, and so many more that are hurting our communities. I've been named an impeachment manager. I don't say this with any sort of pleasure. But we're working hard to hold the administration accountable for 9 million people in this country illegally.
That impeachment is going against the current Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, who is part of a Biden administration who, in Congressman Pfluger's opinion, has been overstepping their boundaries on a wide range of topics. One of those topics, the oil and gas industry right here in the Permian Basin.
Time and time again they've done this. They did it just recently with regards to the pause, which is a ban on LNG exports, which again will hurt the Permian Basin. Those things are overreaching because they're not actually in law. This is the executive branch just doing this.
Pfluger also took the time to mention a bipartisan bill that he had passed through the House that he says pushes back against President Biden and an overreaching executive branch.
Basically, this bill takes the power away from the Department of Energy, from the president, on a political whim to say that it is in the public interest to export our LNG, which we've been doing very successfully from the Permian Basin for many years now, for 10+ years.
But when the crowd got a chance to ask him some questions, they focused on the current war in Ukraine and what Congressman Pfluger's stance on it was. To that, Congressman Pfluger believes that Ukraine does need support, but he wants the issues here in the United States to take precedence.
It's a tragedy what has happened in Ukraine, but I don't believe the president has given us a real look at what the objectives and the end state are here. And when we have the debt that we have, and when we have the border tragedy, we need to get our house in order. And as we support our own security, as we support our own border, then it's time to continue to support our partners and allies around the world.
And when the Q&A session concluded, Congressman Pfluger did note that town hall sessions like the one today are important for any government official so they can hear out the people's questions and perspectives so they know what to talk about when they go back to Washington.